My question today is, what was the name of Fir'aun's wife who had raised Musa alayhi salam and accepted his message? The answer is Aysia binti Muzahim. She turned her back on Fir'aun and turned towards Allah and His Messenger, Musa alayhi salam. As a consequence, she was tortured and then executed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on her. The story of Aysia binti Muzahim began with when she was in the garden of her palace with a few of her maids and saw a box floating on the river Nile. When they retrieved the box, she found a newborn baby inside, Musa alayhi salam. Aysia had no children of her own, and so she went to Fir'aun and insisted that they keep the baby and raise him in their household, which he had agreed to. But little did the tyrant know that this baby he'll be nurturing will become the very man that will uproot his entire empire and be the cause of his destruction. Years have gone by and Musa alayhi salam has now been declared a prophet along with his brother Harun alayhi salam. Unlike her haughty husband, Aysia willingly accepted the message, but out of fear kept her newfound faith silent from those around her. That, however, was until she witnessed the incident of the hairdresser. Fir'aun's daughter heard her hairdresser saying Bismillah as she was picking up something that she had dropped, and so the daughter asked, "In the name of Allah, my father?" The hairdresser said, "No, in the name of Allah, the Supreme Creator." The daughter wasted no time in telling her father what had happened, and so the hairdresser was summoned to Fir'aun, who had ordered her to denounce her faith and declare him as her Lord, but she refused. Fir'aun instructed his henchmen to gather the woman's children and prepare boiling oil to throw them all into. She was given one last chance to declare his greatness and bow down, but she continued to refuse. One by one, she watched her children being thrown to their death. To inflict maximum suffering, they saved her till last, and she too was thrown in as she was clutching her small child to her chest. Aysia, who had witnessed the horrors that had unfolded, saw the powers of Iman for the first time, and that Fir'aun, who she once worshipped as a god, was nothing more than a man who was causing corruption on the earth. She built up the courage to tell him that Allah was the only one that she worshipped, the most gracious, the most merciful. This woman, who once lived a life of luxury as an Egyptian queen, was apprehended at once and taken to the desert where her life would soon come to an end. They thought that they could torture a retraction out of her, but little did they know that she had made one of the most beautiful du'as mentioned in the Quran. "O Allah, build for me near you a house in paradise." By the will of Allah, the skies had opened up and she saw the house that she had asked for in Jannah. Fir'aun knew that he was fighting a losing battle when Aysia began laughing with joy at the miracle that was presented to her, and so he ordered his men to execute Aysia binti Muzahim. They tied her down under a cliff, and from the top they pushed a boulder which came crashing down on her. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with her. Assalamu alaikum.